if I want to make a change to my TSP, and not as to where the money is going, but how much is going in there, do I do that on tsp.gov, or how do I do that?
Yeah, it's a common misconception. You wouldn't go to tsp.gov to change the money that's being deducted from your paycheck. To do that, you'll go to your agency's payroll system. For some folks, that's MyPay or Employee Express. There are several others, and they're all listed on tsp.gov if you need some help finding yours. But when you go in there, you'll have the option to set up your contribution, and you can do that as a percentage of your pay. You can do that as a fixed dollar amount each month. And then you can make that election that we talked about elsewhere, traditional versus Roth. So how do you want it treated in terms of taxes? So that all is done through your agency's payroll system.
The way I understand it then is that I go into my agency system, tell them, hey, this is what I want to contribute. And then once that's done, then I go to TSP and I tell them how I want them to allocate.
Exactly. And there are certain defaults in place. So if you are a civilian employee and you joined after September of 2015, your default setting is the life cycle fund, the L fund that most closely matches your anticipated withdrawal age when we think you're going to start spending the money. The same is true for uniformed services members who entered under retirement. So everyone who came in under BRS on or after January 1st, 2018. Now you can change those elections at any time. You would go in, that's where you would come to tsp.gov, log into my account, and you'll see a screen there called Change My Investment Mix. And there's two broad categories there. One is change the way that future money coming in out of each paycheck, how that's invested, and then change the money that's already there. The same idea. You tell us which one of the 5 individual funds or the 10 life cycle funds you want to invest in. It's just you have to make that choice essentially 2 times, once for money that's already come in and once for future contributions. Okay. And if you haven't done, just to reiterate, if you haven't done anything, you were put in something by default, which most likely is the age-appropriate life cycle fund.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you so much for coming on the SITREP, flying in.
Yes.
I really greatly appreciate it. A lot of great information, and also thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you.
And so everybody out there in the audience, lots of information, lots of different videos. If you want to listen to the entire podcast, we have an audio podcast version that is accessible in the video description. Lots of other links down there as well to really go in depth with a lot of the things that Mike talked about today. So go ahead and check it out. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you click that like button and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future episodes of the SITREP.
Connect with the benefits you earned and deserve. Visit news.va.gov for current events, sign up for the Vet Resources e-newsletter, subscribe on YouTube for content like the SITREP and VR5, or follow VA on social media. Visit the video description below and get connected today.